And I actually did the form in the last weekend of my training as an oncologist in the UK. What gave me power in my career as an oncologist is dealing with what happens. You know, not taking it personally. Cancer doesn't play ball. You know, I'm not the baddie, my patient's not the baddie, the system's not the baddie. If anyone's the baddie, it's the cancer, but the cancer's not the baddie either, it's just what's happening. I'm clear that, you know, cancer has huge consequences and people die of it. And in the midst of that, I get to perform a very important role. You know, it's not just my patients. My patients are the ones I'm treating, but they're not the only ones dealing with cancer. And sometimes their families, they really appreciate being included. And I do have a concern for them, you know, and what I mean is I can be in a consultation with a patient and I can see the relative really tearing up, you know, and affected by the cancer, and actually acknowledge that they're dealing with it as well. In those difficult situations, I'm able to provide leadership with my patients and really stand for them having peace of mind and love present at the end of their life. And that is possible.
Spent the majority of my nursing career in the emergency room. It's fast-paced, it's a lot of patients, and sometimes it seems like management wants you to run it like you're in the car factory. But these are human lives that have value. I think the greatest thing that the Landmark Forum provides is a sense of peace. Emergency care workers are in a very stressful field. A lot of times you see the same patients week after week and you make up judgments about them, but after doing a Landmark Forum, you get to see them for the human that they are.
I am a police lieutenant and crisis negotiator for a law enforcement department within Washington, D.C. The greatest impact the forum has had for me at work is by far my ability to listen to other people that are dealing in crisis, that are dealing with trauma. It bridges the gap and is able to kind of put me over there with them, with what they're experiencing, and work to get them to a solution possibly quicker. Working in law enforcement, my schedule has the ability to be extremely unpredictable, and I can get called in at any hour of the night. And more often than not, has the ability to cause upset, frustration, and breakdowns with my wife and my family. You know, sometimes I miss events, sometimes I've missed date nights, and after going through the Landmark Forum, the communication with my wife has been greatly impacted, and it has her feel loved and that we're still in this together, and I know that she has my back. When it comes to law enforcement, not only would I recommend that every law enforcement officer, first responder, participate in the Landmark Forum, I really think it's something that, before entering into the academy, this is something you should do on the first weekend of your academy. We see almost everything out there, and it's generally on a person's worst day. And the ability to get what is ever in the way that you are dealing with out of the way, to be free and clear with the people that you're interacting with, be it the community, your family, your coworkers, will really set you up for an opportunity to be a high performer at work and one that can take on a lot. And Landmark sets you up for that opportunity to be able to do so.
Can't say enough about the tools that Landmark has provided for me as a healthcare worker, as a leader, and what I get to contribute and be for my patients and families that are really going through something. I think the biggest difference it's made is it has given me the ability to keep present for myself, like what I'm actually here for people. And that gives me like some room to actually be with people, because it's just really easy when you're on the ground and you're with these families and patients, and it's all stressful. What's been happening, and it really takes something to be with them when you're also dealing with your own families and things going on. But Landmark's giving me the tools, to really in those moments stay present to what I'm really there to make a difference for people. And as long as I find myself, like, as long as I have that present for myself, then it gives me like some room, like, to breathe. Like, I really get to breathe. And then the people that I'm with, they actually get to be with somebody that's like actually listening to what they need and what will make a difference in that moment.
Wanting to better relate to people and be more accountable for my career trajectory, I found it necessary in order for me to reach out for some professional development, in order for me to be the best me possible, in order for me to be able to get to where I want to go to within my career goals and aspirations. There's certain things that I have to be willing to just accept as them being what they are. And Landmark helped me, regardless of what comes my way, I'm going to be able to control my own trajectory.
I've been a nurse for 25 years. How the forum made a difference is that I did have my voice. Being connected with people, even at times when you think it is totally impossible and that there's no way because of everything I have to do. It wouldn't matter how, if I was just in the room for a minute or two, because there was some other patients or family members that I needed to tend to. When I was there, I was fully with them.
I recommend the Landmark Forum to people in the first responder community. It's really important to be able to communicate with each other, to be able to trust each other, to be able to be authentic with each other, and just to be able to say things straight and not have anything in the way. People know that when they talk with me, they're going to get direct communication, and that I expect that in return. My lieutenant, for example, he knows that if he has feedback to give me that's maybe not the best to hear, he knows he can tell me that, and that I will do something with that and improve.
So I would recommend the forum for other people in healthcare because you walk out of there with this sense that everything is swept away. Your fears are swept away, your inhibitions are swept away, and it teaches you to be open and learn how to talk to people.
I'm a consultant physician with the National Health Service in the UK. This is really about listening. And I just find myself, I more often notice when I'm not listening to a colleague or patient, and I'm able to do something about that. And B, I really enjoy things go a different way when I listen. In the hundreds of delightful postgraduate courses I've taken since medical school, the only one that really makes a difference in helping people protect themselves from burnout, or as we would call resilience training, is the Landmark Forum. It's certainly worked for me.